Scorpio, you may be going through some sort of major change here, okay? So for you, I got this card in my head, the Death card. Also, so the Death card is, transitioning from one phase of your life to another, like some sort of, it's rebirth. It's something has to die, so that something new can be born, okay? So I feel like you're ending a certain phase in your going into a new phase. This won't be for a lot of people because I'm like getting a lot of like powerful gods that are protecting you through this. Okay. For me, this seems like somebody who's going through some sort of initiation, um, to access certain gifts, okay, that they have, that they've been denying. Okay, so I have Anubis on here. All right, hold on, where is he? He's right here. So this is the god that guides people through the underworld. Okay, and look at this guy. He is torn up and beaten up here. All right. So you may be questioning things here. Maybe you're feeling oppressed. So I also got barbed wire, and that is related to the crucifixion of Christ. It's, on the crown. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I have notes. So the barbed wire is like about suffering, oppression. It's like a capital punishment. You may feel like you've been punished. Okay. Um, there is shame tied to this. So you may have been victimized in some way. You may feel like you're being punished. Uh, and it could be due to some sort of shame wounding. So I'm just trying to make sure I get it out. So maybe you feel like you've been sacrificed. Maybe you're going through some sort of isolation as well. But it's oppression, all right? And then but the thing is, this was meant for you to, I feel like, go through, because it's almost like I said, I don't know if I already said it. Sorry, I've tried to make this a few times. I tried to make it in the TikTok app, but it kept pausing. So I may think I said something, but it was actually before. All right. So this could be due to, you may feel like it's almost like shaman, like you have to heal a part of yourself. It's like you go through it like an initiation. You heal yourself, so that you can access some sort of gifts or like help people. Maybe you're supposed to be a healer, okay? Because I also saw the cobra, which is attached to the goddess Wajit. Sorry if I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Which is highly royal. Protection, fertility, and it's associated with the Eye of Horus. Okay, and I didn't realize there was so much involved in this. Each section of the eye is related to, like it's almost like because this is related to the pineal gland. So those are parts that, those are your psychic gifts. All right, and each part of this eye is sections out, like the eyebrow is for thought of mind, the pupil is sight, the right side of the eye is for smell. So it's all the senses that pick up that you use for your psychic gifts. So and that's interesting. That's a 5, and that's one of the meanings of the Death card. Could be fear of change. That's why something takes forever and drags out, because you're afraid to go through some sort of change. Oh, it's interesting. Hold on. Yeah, this Death card just popped in my head. So this one in particular, like he's coming, the Grim Reaper's coming here, but see how they're turned away because they don't want to face something, okay? They don't want to, they're in fear here. Interesting. So maybe something is taking longer than expected because maybe you have some sort of fear of letting go of something that caused a wounding. Okay. All right. So we have these gods and goddesses protecting you during this time. Then I got fire. So fire is associated with the sun, the god Ra, which is the god Ra. Sorry, I have to get I want to make sure I get everything that I wrote down. So, and that's about creation. So it's destruction and creation. So something burns, so we can rebuild from the ashes. Okay. It's also, it's, purification. So you're being purified here, it looks like. But you may have some sort of anger tied to, also you may have some sort of anger tied to certain, if you're victimized, okay. So there's another god. Like all these gods are protecting you through this. And then I got gift, and I had to pull cards on that because I wasn't sure what that meant. But I thought it meant you were gifted, and then when I pulled what does the gift mean, and I got the High Priestess, so that's somebody who has psychic abilities. Like, if you just take time here to quiet things down, it's like you could be getting a lot of downloads, okay? But it looks like there has been some sort of denial, because when I clarified this card, I have the Two of Swords. So either you, if it's not denial, like denial that you have gifts, it's, it could be that you've been separated from yourself due, like your higher self, your true self, due to some sort of wounding. Okay, but this is coming to an end. We do have the World. You are heading towards a completion. You would already, this isn't coming. This is, if this resonates for you, you've already been going through this. Okay. You've already been feeling like really heavy and like you've been being punished. You have a lot of shame. You've been victimized. Okay, what else do I have? Because I also have a bear. So bear is also being protected. It's also very protective. It's strength, healing, solitude, hibernation. So maybe you have been on your own, kind of going through some sort of healing process here. But when you come out, you're going to have a lot more confidence. Okay. It's also, it's kind of like, to me, it's related to the Strength card. So that's overcoming here, having courage. What else did I get? I think that's it. Barbed wire. So let me see. I feel like, let me see when. So it looks like you've already been going through this. This isn't coming. Because for me, I'm getting this, the fire, the sun god. So to me, that's like you're about to come into a lighter time. So you're about to, especially with a World card. So that's achievement. That's coming to an end here. I'll try to see, because it could be different for everybody. Because I think you're going to get some sort of, during the time, if you're taking time to yourself, I think you're going to be getting downloads that help you. I don't know if they'll give me timing, but I'll try. It says there's nothing to worry about. Void of course, moon. We have those all the time, so I don't really count those as nothing. So there's nothing to worry about. Look, it's even in a dark, it's even the darkness. There's a full moon there. We just had a full moon. When will they start to come out of the dark? New moon in Gemini. So that will be, what, June? Not that you won't start to feel lighter before that, but I feel like maybe the process will be complete in June. Ooh. Oh, Uranus. Uranus in Gemini, the Great Awakener. Hold on a second. Okay, so Uranus is in Taurus right now and it goes back into Gemini in April. So that's when you're probably going to awaken here. Interesting. Very interesting. Because right now it's in Taurus, back in Taurus until, and then it stays in Gemini until 2033. So it looks like you are going to wake up. And during that, you may get, I'm getting chills, you may be waking up your gifts, okay? That's interesting too, because April, isn't that, I'm sorry, I don't celebrate a lot of holidays. Isn't that Easter when like Christ came back or something? Sorry, I'm not religious. Easter. So that's when it's celebrated. The resurrection of Christ. That is so crazy. That's April 5th. But it's symbolic. I feel like you're going to wake up through like from some sort of suffering that you've been through, and I feel like your gifts could, if you already access gifts, they could strengthen and become more, or if you've been denying that you're gifted, you could be not be able to deny it anymore because some weird things could be happening. All right. Well, that's what I have for this. So just know if this sounds like you, if you feel like you're being punished, if you're going through a very dark time, if there's shame, if you've been victimized, this is for you, and this is maybe just clarification on what's happening. Okay. All right. I'll see you next time.